Hello and welcome to TSG Foundation's Wisdom of the Zodiac. Today's lesson will be taken from Volume 1, Chapter 10, titled Aries, Portal of Opportunity. And if you have been following these wonderful lessons month after month, you know they are based on the 4-volume set titled Wisdom of the Zodiac by Saraydarian. If you don't have these books, I suggest you get them. They are beautiful and they will be a faithful companion in your spiritual journey. So let's start today's lesson with page 113. This is a beautiful chapter, and as you know, when we celebrate the sun festivals, they are a powerful reminder of what it is that is very, very essential and important in our life. So let's read with me page 113, first paragraph. At the Aries full moon, nature gives humanity a special opportunity to strive toward perfection. So throughout this chapter, we are going to decipher what it means to strive toward perfection. Let's see what it means for us, for me, and for you. The purpose of life is to perfect ourselves. Did you ever think that the purpose of your life is not all the things that you think you need to do or you have to do, but to perfect yourself? That's a profound thought. Just to perfect myself, what does that mean? So in all aspects of our lives, we must strive for perfection. So it is not something we go to and we end there, but it's a continuous journey of expanding, unfolding beauty of what we are all about. Let's see how he defines striving toward perfection. We must be physically beautiful, emotionally shining, mentally illuminated, and spiritually like lightning, so that we fulfill our purpose in this life and move ahead to our eternal journey. Now look at what that means. He is not saying that you have to be this shape or that color to be physically beautiful. He just leaves that up to you. We must be physically beautiful, however you define that. It could be you yourself physically beautiful, your environment you make physically beautiful, and so on. But look at the next one, emotionally shining. That means you're radiating love and beauty and joy to everybody and everything that's around you, so that you understand that you are all energy and everything you're putting out is energy. So you are nourishing all the lives that are around you with your shining emotions, not toxic emotions, but shining emotions. The next one is mentally illuminated. We are not dark and ugly and closed mentally. We are open to potentials and possibilities in life. We don't just see everything from a pessimistic viewpoint that closes us up, shuts us down, but in an open, positive, and possible way. So mentally illuminated means you see possibilities beyond your nose, beyond what you can see right now visually. It's a very important psychic energy that you can have and cultivate for yourself, and ask yourself, how can I be mentally illuminated? It is study, meditation, and thinking and expanding your universe, and not just shrinking it from the way you speak and think and you relate with people. And finally, spiritually like lightning. What does that mean? Let you figure that one out. Spiritually like lightning. What does that mean? So that we fulfill our purpose in this life and move ahead to our eternal journey. I just love that, and that metaphor of that is going to come back again in the meditation that we will do at the end of this session. So when we look at our life, we realize what a short period of time it is. I was thinking when I read this paragraph, how many people I know who have passed away, and in the next 20, 30, 40 years, maybe we will be gone too. But look at how short life is and how much we can do, how much beauty and serenity and lightning we can bring to our life. And look at all the things that we concern ourselves with that are not essential and not important. So this brings us back to reality. What is it that is so important for us right now that we need to put into action that will cultivate and illuminate our life for the next 12 months? And 12 months is the spiritual calendar year, and it starts in Aries. It's starting now. So you are going to consider your life as a short snap of a finger and see, what is it that great ones are telling us? Let me continue with paragraph 2. Great ones tell us that this life is merely a preparation for a greater life. So inherent in this teaching is that there's a greater life that is in the higher worlds, that we live in both the material and the higher worlds all at the same time. Let's look at the third paragraph. This is a very important paragraph that I'd like to read with you and have you really meditate and consider what this means. In the spiritual year, there are 3 portals of opportunity. So what are portals? They are doors, they are gates that you go through that are open for us if you do the prerequisite actions and feelings and thought that will open that door for you, that will key in that door for you. What are they? One is the Aries full moon, and we're going to talk about that today. The second is the Taurus full moon, which is what's coming up next, called also the Wesak celebration. And the third is the Gemini full moon. So these 3 full moons are portals through which we pass as souls, as bodies, as illumined beings into a new era of our life. The 3 events are the highlights of the spiritual year. So it's not just one New Year's Eve. In the spiritual field and the spiritual practice, you have 3 portals. One by one they open. So it's very important for you to take this time to find out what is that portal, that first portal going to be, then next month the second portal, the third month the third portal, and really do what you can during these 3 months to open that door wide so that the remaining of the 12-month period will be a great fruitful period for you. So the last paragraph, at the Aries full moon, through the energy of the first ray, that first ray that's determining, direct, like lightning, tremendously powerful energy is given to humanity to help it overcome its limitations. And you know, as well as I do, limitations take a long time to overcome, and they need a strong hand sometimes. So Aries is the festival of resurrection. We have the power to do it. So we are going to see, what does it mean to achieve resurrection? And so turn to page 114, and he says there are 12 steps given by great sages to achieve resurrection. Let me talk a little bit about each of these 12 steps. And what you can do is take each of these 12 steps and meditate on them for 12 days, 1 day each, or consider meditating on each of these during each month that is coming up in this year. Make that, for example, each month on a Sunday, meditate on one of these, so that each one you have at least 4 Sundays that you meditate on this particular topic, and see how by the end of this 12-month period you have resurrected yourself just a little bit more than what you are feeling and acting and having in your life right now. What does resurrection mean? Complete change. So you're going to see change happens incrementally, step by step, by daily pounding away at it. Use that energy of Aries that is going to help you make something new out of your life. So let's take it now, and I will briefly talk about each one. Number 1 is on page 114. Do not attach to worldly objects, but use them wisely for good. This is the first step of resurrection, which is called also detachment. Just detach from worldly objects. What are they for? You can't take anything with you. Life is short, so use your objects to bring joy and happiness to your life. But remember in your mind that it's not the objects for which you are living. You are living to bring more joy and beauty and love in your life, illumination in your life, not objects. Objects you use to make your life comfortable and much nicer and easier, but they're not the reason for living. So look at that first paragraph on the bottom. We must be grateful for the things we have and use them without attachment for the good. So use everything you have, your prosperity, your abundance, your money, your beauty, your clothes, your furniture, your beautiful homes. Use them and enjoy them, but always remember they are not the reasons for your life. Okay? Now number 2, go to page 115 and read with me. These are really important words to read with me and make them part of yourself. Number 2, consider the world as a motel. That's an interesting one, in which nothing belongs to you. I thought a great deal about that. I thought when people go to a motel or a hotel, Do they leave it in total chaos and mess, or do they kind of tidy up before they leave, and they leave it in a better place than when they went? They didn't just trash it. Okay, so you must not feel that the world is yours. It's something that we come to, this material world. We use all its beauty, we enjoy it. We enjoy our brothers and sisters and family and friends, and then we have to go back to the higher world. So look at this. If we consider the world as a motel or a hotel, something where we come to visit and we want to leave in a better place, that will give us an idea. What are some of the most important things we need to do? This reminded me of when you go camping or hiking, you don't just leave your trash and trail behind you. And when people do that, it accumulates so much mess and confusion for people who come after you. So you're going to think, how do I leave the world a better place? Okay. Number 3, this is a good one. Do daily meditation. I know we all have good intentions for this coming year, but let me give you an easy way to discipline yourself to do meditation. Meditation means to sit quietly and think about a high-level idea, okay, such as beauty, infinity, and so on. Here's the way I would suggest, if you're not a regular meditator, put a timer in front of you and a clock every morning at a certain time, and give yourself 5 minutes. 5 minutes of quietness in the morning, and just sit, say a prayer or a mantra that you enjoy, and think about what your beautiful day is going to be like. That's it. After 5 minutes, you're done. Now, when this becomes a regular event in your life and you can sit for 5 minutes and you see yourself drifting into quiet beauty for a little bit more than 5 minutes, then increase it to 10 minutes. And at that point, pick up a book that you really enjoy, read a page, choose a seed thought, think about what it means, and then afterwards write your thoughts. So daily you are going to read, think, and write. Isn't that easy? So if you do daily meditation, I have seen 5-10 minutes a day, what a miracle it creates in people's lives. I can guarantee you it'll change your life. This is real for me. This is what I do, and this is what I teach other people to do. Meditation does not have to be something fancy that you sit in a certain way and hold your hands in a certain way or make certain gestures. To me, meditation is deep thinking with your heart and soul about the meaning of something, about something beautiful that will uplift you. And you know, whatever you think, you are going to be. Okay, how about number 4? Have times for admiration. I love that, and I thought about that a great deal. Admiration doesn't mean you tell people how good they look, how you like their earrings, how you like their jewelry, and so on. Admiration is to sit quietly and just look at life around you. Listen to music, listen to the birds, and hear the trees sparkle in the light and in the wind, and admire it, and just see how beautiful it is. Say how grateful you are. Look at this beautiful paragraph on the bottom of page 115. Read with me. This is a very simple but very complicated concept. Sit and listen to music and admire it. Okay? The secret of admiration is that in admiration, your spirit resurrects itself from your problems, limitations, and faults. In admiration, you are resurrected for a few minutes from your own grave. So practice that. Sit and admire. Take a few minutes every day. What is this? Another 5 minutes? So you have 10 minutes you've dedicated out of 24-hour period to your upliftment. Now, how wonderful is that? And how much reward you will get from that. Let's go to number 5. Do not hurt people with your thoughts, actions, or emotions. That is beautiful. Anyone who hurts others builds a karmic chain around his own feet. And a chain will pull us down. Until he pays for that chain, he will not be released. Do not cause damage to others. Okay? In any way that you think causes damage, whether it's a thought, whether it's a word, whether it's a glance of disapproval with your eyes, or disapproval in your voice, or the way you look at people, don't do it. Try to lift them up. This is so beautiful. This is one of the fundamental dynamics of resurrection. Lift others up and you will be uplifted with them. You will go up with them. But if you bring people down with your thoughts, your criticism, your separation, then you are going to go down with them. Okay? Number 6, page 116. That's where we are. You with me? Dedicate your life for the service of humanity. Wow, this is a huge concept. And you might think, how can I serve humanity? Well, the simple truth is not yet understood by most politicians. They only understand we, ours, and enemies and so on. Isn't that the truth? There are no enemies or friends in reality, are there? There is only one body, the body of humanity. We exist only to benefit humanity, not ourselves. Until we actualize this idea, we will never be resurrected. We will be like worms living in caves in the fear of destruction. Ouch. That's not what we want to live as, right? So this is a very big concept. And in your own way, in your own definition, find out what it means to dedicate your life for the service of humanity. Now here you can notice that in these beautiful teachings, it doesn't say to take your books and go to a cave and forget about others. That's not it at all. This is complete engagement with the life around you. Because what good is your wisdom if you're not going to help other people? So you are cultivating your inner wisdom and you're radiating out. Whether it's one person around you or 10 people, it doesn't matter. You are serving other people in your process of enlightenment. Okay, number 7. Always know that the invisible hand, I love this one, the invisible eye and the invisible ear are around you. This is so important, and instead of feeling fearful, just think what your day looks like. And I did this. I thought, if somebody were to be looking at me, what would they think? What will they see that I'm not seeing? If you exercise that, you'll find out, wow, I need to change some things and behave myself so that I build a path to resurrection. Because why? We are completely visible and transparent to the higher worlds. We think we're not, but that we know that's not the truth, right? So always remember you have an invisible hand to guide you, an invisible eye who will let you see the light, invisible ear around you who will listen to you, who will understand you. So this is 2 ways to look at it. Somebody that will look at you and help you and guide you, and also somebody for whom you are completely transparent. Okay, what does that mean for you, and what do you have to do? Number 8, page 117, contemplate a glorious future for yourself. Let me tell you something about this. This is so beautiful. I talk to a lot of people ask me questions, and I see that the biggest problem is they have shrunken the space around them. And in today's computer world, cell phone world, what have we done? We have shrunken the space into a little tablet. So instead of shrinking yourself, glorify yourself to your glorious future. So what happens when we shrink ourselves? We see only the narrow, dark corners of our life. And this is taking that and giving you a complete different picture. Contemplate a glorious future for yourself. Whenever you are feeling down, or for that 8th month or that 8th day that you are using this meditation, think about that glorious future that you want to see for yourself and uplift yourself toward that. When you are feeling bad, this is a beautiful, beautiful exercise that I have used for myself and for others. Think of the possibilities, the glorious future, next life, next life, next life, even tomorrow. Why not? So think about that concept and build that for yourself. Okay, this is not wishful thinking. This is based on what is it that I can do year after year, lifetime after lifetime, in order to have that glorious future for myself. Okay, number 9. Daily for a few minutes, think you are not this body. That's an interesting one. Look at page 117 on the bottom. This is very, very powerful. You are not your body. Read with me. You are not your emotions, okay? You are not your thoughts. You are beyond all of these. So the next time you are not feeling well, some part of you is aching, your emotions are going crazy, worry and grief, your mind is not able to settle, just say this to yourself. This is like a mantra. I am not my body. I am not my emotions. I am not my thoughts. I am beyond these. So what am I? That spark of light in the heart of God. Isn't that beautiful? So you are going to really think about this. On the times that you are feeling down, use this like a mantra and repeat it to yourself so that you really understand you are not the pain, the grief, the worry, the darkness that you feel sometimes. Okay? These are human, they happen to us, but you don't have to be stuck in them. Number 10, every night for 2 minutes, watch the stars so that you develop an affinity with cosmos. Wow, I love that. Do not look at the stars and cry. Okay, this is page 118. Look at them and feel yourself in them. Okay, and with gratitude say, my Lord, this is something very glorious. So it's a part of admiration. You're looking at the stars at the beautiful dark night and think of the beauty that's waiting for us. Imagine going to the stars and being one with them. Okay, number 11. Once a month, take a retreat for 1 day. Totally isolate yourself and think about your future life. And people say to me, I don't have 5 minutes for meditation. How can I do that? Well, until you do it, you won't see the importance of it. And I don't do it as often as I should. But when I do, when I take a Sunday off, 1 day a week, 1 day a month, I just don't do anything. I just sit and think, read some nice books. I go outside and take a walk. It just changes your life. This is so important. If you do this, you will not be the same person. I understand this. I've experienced this. And if you do it, it's very, very important. You know, there are many religious practices in the world that say Sunday is a day off, or Saturday or Friday, whichever day it is. That's the day for your family, for playing, for thinking, for just not worrying about everything. And I think there's a lot of merit in that practice. So why not the spiritual community take a day off once a week, or at least once a month, and take that day off and be with your family, be with your friends, or just sit by yourself and think about wonderful things and rejuvenate yourself. Okay, number 12, page 119, we're almost there. Let your thoughts be occupied daily as much as possible with the 5-pointed star. Now you know how to do this. We have a little booklet called Daily Discipline of Worship. It's just a couple dollars. If you don't have it, call us or email us or order it online. It is the most beautiful booklet that you can have. And say these 5 daily disciplines. They are what? Beauty, goodness, righteousness, joy, and freedom. When you do that 5 daily discipline of worship, you will be reminded of each of these at 5 different times of the day, and you will be surprised. Sometimes I will say, for example, at the end of the day, the joy one, and I think, I wasn't really joyful all day, so it's a reminder for me. At the end, before you go to sleep, you say the freedom one, and you say, let me be free from everything. And it's a beautiful way to end the day. So you start with beauty, you end with freedom. These are important to cultivate every day in your life. So you let your thoughts be occupied daily as much as possible with the 5-pointed star. I timed each of these, and each of them is under 11 seconds to say. So we've added 10 minutes and a couple of seconds to your daily practice, right? So 5-pointed star again stands for beauty, goodness, righteousness, joy, and freedom. Try to approach life from these terms. If anything happens against these 5 principles, try to stop it. And if you remind yourself throughout the day of one of these, you'll see how beautifully that works. Try to think beautifully, talk about love, and live for love. Try to act and think of in righteousness. Even if you're losing, be a righteous person. From these, we will build a beautiful karma-free life, and we will benefit in abundance and prosperity and everything that we need. For what? To bring us to the path of perfection. Isn't that beautiful? I love this, and I would suggest that you take each one of these for 12 months and do these meditations and think about them once a month or 4 times a month. However you can, take these 12 and work with them this year and see how your life changes and resurrects itself at the end of this 12-month cycle. So if you're ready, let's do our meditation for today. So what we are going to do is first relax. I'll talk us through it. We'll say the great invocation slowly. We'll say it together. We'll say 3 ohms silently or out loud if you like. And then we will do a visualization and seat that, and we will close. Okay, so you are going to sit comfortably, spine erect, and however your legs and arms are most comfortable for you, find your best position. And close your eyes and first relax. That is very important. Relax yourself. Put all your worries outside the door, and I will talk us through integration. So first, relaxation. Okay? Deep breath. Exhale. Deep breath. Exhale. And one more time. Now integrate yourself first. See yourself as a shining physical body and focus. Don't lose your focus. Now bring your etheric violet, golden violet light all around it. Build it. Then layer it with a beautiful scintillating silvery gray light, silver blue rather, all around you. And then a beautiful pale lemon yellow mental body, and integrate that. And keep your focus with beautiful luminescent bodies. And keep your focus. And then align yourself higher with your soul. And here you can align yourself with the soul of humanity, the Christ. And keeping that focus in your mind, let us say the great invocation together. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. Now imagine light radiating everywhere from the highest point that you imagined. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. Now imagine the radiance of the love of Christ all over humanity. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. Imagine the great ones radiating their light and love and their power toward all humanity. From the center, which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Now imagine humanity all together as one body, sealing the door of evil and radiating love and light and power through their actions. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Now say 3 ohms silently or out loud. Now visualize a fiery arrow going toward the sun. Take a minute to visualize that and have no fear. And keep that focus. Visualize yourself breaking at least one limitation that you have. This is a step toward resurrection. Now take a minute to visualize that arrow going toward the sun and annihilating one of the limitations, or two or three, that you are totally tired of. Release yourself from it. And as you remove that limitation, continue on that path and meditate on the seed thought. Resurrection is the victory of the spirit over matter. What does that mean? Let's take a minute to meditate on that keynote. Take as much time as you need for this meditation. If you need more time, pause the video and continue with your meditation. Visualizing what it means. Resurrection is the victory over the spirit over matter. Repeat after me. More radiant than the sun. Purer than the snow. Subtler than the ether. Is the self. The spirit within my heart. I am that self. That self am I. Let us say 3 ohms to end our meditation. Thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you every month. And I hope you join me for the next 12 months for the wisdom of the Zodiac. I hope you enjoy these lessons as much as I do, and let me know how much more we can do for you and how we can serve you further. If you don't have this book, get a copy. You're going to love it. It's going to be your best companion through the year. There are over 10 chapters for each sign, and each volume covers 3 signs. So volume 1 is Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. And you will not regret having these books. So I will see you next time. Thank you for joining me, and have a beautiful period of resurrection. Thank you.